fractured void? What is this? Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Stoneblock 4 today. I actually don't entirely know what we're doing. I do know this. The next quest line that we have wants us to make this, the chronon resonator. But because this quest line is so short, it tells me that it's gonna then reveal some mystery quests in here, and I don't know what those are gonna be for. So, given that this thing is probably gonna be pretty short, I might have time to do something else after that, so we will see what happens. But for right now, we just need to focus on the chronon resonator and work from there. And fortunately, a lot of this stuff I can actually get very easily. Especially this stuff here, which I actually already got completely on accident because I decided to do Oritech in a specific way when I was going down that line. So we already got the Sheol Fire. We also already got the Fortron, as that's already been automating in the past. And the source is automatically going down there with me adding some of the automations for that. Now then, the rest of this stuff is also somewhat easy and somewhat difficult. Teleportation cores are going to be a pain in the butt, but they're not going to be too bad. It's literally, I'm just going to need 16 of these guys, which means I'm going to need 32 of these atomic alloys, which is just going down that whole line. So, you know, it's a pain, but it can be done. Then the Wyvern cores are also going to be easy. We've already got all of that stuff set to automation, so I can make that easily. The chronon glass I actually made in the past, as that was actually a world engine upgrade. And fortunately, it didn't actually use all of the chronon glass. Unfortunately, it isn't enough left over for me to actually use for this. And when I do craft them, it only comes in stacks. It's a little bit annoying, actually. Like, let me see. How much did the quest actually require for it? Yeah, here they were. Yeah, 36. I need 32. Yeah, that was a little bit annoying, but we can make them very easily. I can actually remake the chronon star now with the depleted one that we would get from making the glass, since I can already have nether stars. So that's all fine. We've done that in the past. The chronon battery isn't that hard to get. It literally is just taking some time steel in the world engine with energized steel, so we can make that. Then we would just need more chronon cells. We've already got that. And I actually already made this thing before, because I wanted more storage for my chronon, but it, for some reason, seemed to break it. The last thing that we're gonna need, though, is gonna be where we start for today, and that's time crystals. I don't have those, and for me to be able to make them, I would need void flame fuel, which I did need for another thing. Yeah, I needed that for the resonant void in the last video, and that was a pain. I really don't want to have to get void flame fuel again. So, yeah, we're not going to do that like this. And considering I need 8 of this, I would need to do that twice. So, yeah, no, we're not doing that. I would also need intro crystals, which would take me down a whole other line. And I can't even do the tiny, whiny chicken, as that would involve me needing time crystals already. So, that's obviously out of the book. So then how are we going to do this? We're going to get budding time crystal blocks. And they're not hard to get. We just need to get ourselves some budding amethyst. Now, I do have a budding amethyst, but I would like to have this one be on its own unique one, so we're going to need to get another one. The best way I have that I can do that is going to be the molecular metamorpher. And that is this baby over here. This mod is actually really cool. It's called Cognition, and what it does is it lets us collect experience and use it for specific crafts. But for us to make this, we're gonna need to get ourselves a transforming focus first. All right, I got all the stuff, so now we would just put these in. But as you can see, it doesn't work because we do not have experience going into this thing yet. If we want to get experience, we need to go to its mini quest line that it has and find the Staff of Attunement. Then what we do is we configure this thing to an experience obelisk and then right click this, and there it goes. It makes a low humming noise that doesn't really get picked up by OBS, but here we go. Now we have the transforming focus, which we can go ahead and put this in here with our block of amethyst. Oh, and look at that. Oh, it's so sick. That is pure experience right there, turned into a laser. And that gets us our budding amethyst. Ah, it is beautiful. Now, when I do this, this is going to turn into the time crystal block. I don't know how this is going to function in this mod pack, because what you normally need to do is you need to take the budding time crystal to different dimensions so it can absorb the energy. I don't know how that's going to function in this mod pack. It made special recipes for me to make it, so I assume there is a function. I just don't know exactly how it's going to work. So yeah, budding time crystal. And it is absorbing the energy around us. Like, yeah, I can see that. And yeah, there we go. Now it's got the overworld energy. So we can go ahead and cut it. And there we go. Now we got this thing, so I can go ahead and take this to the next dimension. So I'm hoping that it's going to work the same, and I just need to go to the nether ring and then the end ring. If it doesn't work the same, though, then we're gonna have a problem. And actually, before I leave, I want to make something really quick. I want to make another laser. The reason why I want to make another laser is very simple. We need to be able to actually test if the laser will speed up the growth of the budding time crystal, because I know it speeds up other budding blocks. So I'm hoping that it'll work the same with the time crystal, because otherwise I would need to then keep going back and forth between the dimensions, and it would just be a hassle. So we're gonna hope that I can do this and get... Oh, right, the bees. Oh, right, the bees. Oh, I forgot about the bees. Yeah, that was last episode's chance cube. That was fun. All right, we're in the nether now, so let's go ahead and paste this in, and let's see. Oh, that's interesting. It's actually not absorbing the energy around it. That is very bad, actually. Do I need to turn it into an echoing budding? Because then it'll grow using fluid time and forge energy. Oh, I really hope that's not what I need to do, because then I would need to actually get time crystals first anyways. Also, it appears that an apotheosis boss has spawned and a bunch of zombie pigmen just started charging it. Okay, I'm gonna figure out what to do with this thing, and I'll be right back.
20 minutes later.
Turns out the mod is actually not able to allow me to do this between rings, and I can't seem to find anything on how to actually activate this. So there is a high likelihood that they actually wanted me to do it in the dog crap way. So if I just go ahead and put this thing back here, I'm gonna try something that I don't know if it'll work or if it won't. I'm just gonna try using the laser on this thing while it's like this. It very well could end up breaking it, so I'm gonna want to have my pickaxe on standby. But if I just go ahead and put this here and then target. Okay, so that's rather unfortunate. It does recognize this as a budding block, so it does want to make it work. But because it's not able to generate right now, it can't. So I'm gonna go ahead and break this. It'll save the configured location, so I'm gonna want to go ahead and bring this back here as soon as I can. Can I break this with the world shaper and be fine? I forgot. Is it in here? No. Let me go ahead and make another budding because... Oh, you guys got here finally. Hi. So can I break this when it's like this? I can't. So not only can I not grab the budding amethyst, I can't even turn it into the echoing budding amethyst, because that would require me to be able to pick it up. But my Silk Touch World Shaper can't even break it. I actually can't do this. Okay then, so here's what I'm gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna do the timey-wimey chicken. That much is apparent. I just cannot get him yet. So, because of that, we're just not going to automate the time crystals right now. I'm just gonna have to make the recipe twice. So, Void Flame Fuel, we already got that a couple episodes ago. I might be able to automate that. I should probably get around to automating the goo. I think I'll do that in between episodes. Then maybe I can just automate the time crystals like this. Everything else I've already got automated. Fortron and Flux I've got automated. The only issue left is the Entro crystals. Now for us to get it, it actually shows us here, Entro crystal is grown by budding Entroized Flux. To get budding Entroized Flux, you need to craft Entro seeds and right-clicks a Fluix block with it. If I go ahead and look at Entro, we will find the Entro seed. I literally just need a little bit of Ender dust. So yeah, it's really simple recipe. Now we got ourselves our Entro seeds. And then what we just need to do is we just need to right click this on a Fluix block. And there we go. Now that should work. So now I can just go ahead and set this guy and he starts growing it. Oh, but I forgot about this. The budding entroid crystals will actually deteriorate over time. My only concern is once this becomes not a budding block anymore, yeah, then that's gonna happen. Oh, and that digs far. I'm gonna need to replace a lot of the stone, but you know what? Here we go. We got ourselves our entro crystals. Is that enough? Oh yeah, that's way more than enough. Okay then. So likely I won't be able to automate the entro crystals in this way. I'll probably have to find some other way to do it, but for right now, this should work well enough. All right, I got the void flame. So now I can just go ahead and, can I just right click these in? Okay, so with buckets, I need to right click it. With the tank, I can just put it in. That's weird, but I can live with that. All right, so let's go ahead and just craft our time crystals. And there we go. Those should be back at home base now. So if we go ahead and look in here, yep, here they are, the time crystals. Now, actually, if I go to the general tech quest line, there should be one here for that, right? Yeah, it doesn't give me anything for it though. So there we go. Now we've got that. Why did, oh, right. The time crystal block, the time crystals, when I hold them, will cause weird effects on me. So I need to actually get those there as soon as possible. Okay, so we've gotten those, we've gotten this. I know how to make all the rest of these guys. I'm gonna go ahead and gather up everything, and we should have ourselves our chronon resonator.
Eventually.
Alrighty, I finally got everything. So now we should just need to pump in, I think it's 10 buckets of Fortron. And yeah, because that's the most that it can actually even hold. And then I can throw in 10 buckets of the shale fire. And it wasn't 10 buckets of Fortron. I didn't need that much. And I can't take it back. Okay, well, that's fine. Everything takes Fortron for some freaking reason. So once this is done, we should, yep, there it went. We need to head on home now. We should have gotten ourselves our chronon resonator. Yep. There we go. So now we've gotten this baby. So now with that gives me $100. We just need to head back to spawn and speak with the Wormright again. I'm hoping that what follows this is not going to be too much complicated stuff, because I've already been faced with enough of that. So let's go ahead and complete this stage. That's really it for me. Time to go meet the Ascended Echoborn. Okay. Wait. So yeah, we've spoken with him. He gives me another chronon battery, so that's cool. Wait. Meet Chaos, meet Radiance. Oh. Oh no. Oh my gosh, and it's only now having me do fusion crafting. I totally could have already done it before, but I decided I didn't want to do that. And now it's gonna, oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's even worse. Wait, hang on. It's gonna want me to make a higher level dragon core. So this is gonna have me do a lot of stuff. Okay, but that's interesting. So, wait, that's new. The Fractured Void? What is this? Chaos Infinity Radiance? What is the, okay, wait, it wanted me to find Chaos and Radiance. What's your deal? He can't talk to me yet. Okay, so that's interesting. So wait, then it's these guys. Yeah, this is Chaos. So far though, it doesn't seem like it is anything, but dude, look at this place. Whoa, what is this? Tachyon absorber. Oh, right. The whole tachyon thing that you can get for, or what was it called? Yeah, the particle accelerator. Gosh, dang it, man. Okay. So it's looking like the next quest lines are gonna be a whole lot of stuff. I was right that it was gonna lead into something big. I underestimated how big, and after looking into what I need to do for the Dragon Heart, I don't want to do that again. How much money do I have? Could I gamble for another Lifestone? Because I don't want to give that thing up. I've got 4,000. Okay, let's head on over to Guidance and, oh wait, Oh, and he can let us complete a stage. Okay, well, we did that, so that's good, I guess. In your shop, buddy. Yeah, random Project E gear. Let me just go ahead and grab a few of those. Can I get a life stone? Dark matter helmet. Can I get a life stone? Evertide amulet. That's actually pretty good. Can I get a life stone? Dark matter boots. Can I get a life stone? Red matter boots. Can I get a life stone? Harvest band of the goddess. Alrighty. I'm gonna gamble all my feelings away. We're gonna put everything into this. I probably don't need to, but 25. I've still got a good bit left. Okay, red matter helmet. Harvest band of the goddess. Ring of Arcana. Harvest band of the goddess. Dark matter helmet. Red matter boots. Ring of Arcana. Harvest band of the goddess. Do these stack? They don't even stack. This is bad. Okay, well, cleared out my inventory. I should have enough. Let's go ahead and see. Evertide amulet. Volcanic amulet. Dark matter boots. Repair talisman. Oh, that's actually not a bad pull. I mean, it's only really relevant if I had items with durability, which I don't, but that's cool. Evertide amulet. Harvest band of the goddess. Harvest band of the goddess. Body stone, what a pull. Volcanic tablet. Void ring. Harvest band of the goddess. Soul stone. Dark matter. Red matter. Void ring. Okay, we didn't get the life stone, but we did get the means to make it. So there we go. I wasted all my money on this, but okay, so there we go. Now we have that, so we'll at least be able to use that there. I don't even want to begin to know what I need to do for the infused dragon's breath and all that. That's a future cookie problem. What I'm likely going to do then is I'm gonna have to then go into a bit more of industrial foregoing so I can start getting the ether gas and apparently the chaos. I don't know why, but apparently that's something that it's gonna want me to do. Oh, and there's a chaos chicken. Of course there's a chaos chicken. Why wouldn't there be a chaos chicken? The progression just went from, all right, it feels stable to boom. But that's for later me to worry about. For right now, all I want to worry about is opening up today's chance cube. Yes, it is that part of the show where I open a chance cube, risking my life for all your entertainment. I know I said I was gonna try doing something else after this, but let's be honest, that ship sailed. I'm way too tired for this. Let's go ahead and open this baby up and see what I get. Nemo. At least it wasn't something too much. Did you like this video? Good. Then be sure to check out our last Stoneblock 4 video where we went through Ori Tech for Prometheum for the next world engine upgrade. Bye-bye!